Yeah, I just feel good.
If you don't own the beach,
Step out whenever.
I would say.
I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, whatever you need to do.
You ready?
Yeah.
Great. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to this meeting of the Southside Wellness Coalition. I am co-chair of the coalition, and I'm also one of the housing case managers at Tri-County Community Action. So first, we're going to go around the room and we'll hop online so that everyone online can hear. So that's.
You have to do it. Then we cook the wings. I cut him up some watermelon. I put his chicken salad in there.
Hi, I'm Danielle Lucas. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Danielle Lucas. I'm over here at Tri-County Community Action Agency. Southside Wellness Coalition has just joined the Infant and Maternal Health Coalition. So I thought I would join forces and support you all.
Thank you so much, Danielle.
Am I supposed to call somebody like tag? Is that what I
muted myself. I'm dumb.
Okay.
Shelly, you want to go next?
Good morning. My name is Shelly Clary, and I am the education specialist at the Virginia Poison Center at VCU Health. And I call on Christine.
Christine, do you want to come off mute and introduce yourself if you're able? All right, so we'll move on to Bonnie.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, retired school teacher from Halifax County and just a community advocate to let people know about resources.
Awesome.
Welcome.
We'll go back to the room.
My name is Kadisha McCargill. I am the coordinator for the Mentor Role Model Program at Tri-County.
Hi, I'm Matt Kaufman. I'm with Senator Mokai's office.
And I'm Sarah Weissman. I am the marketing coordinator for Southside Behavioral Health. And I'm Jenna Dahl. I am a prevention specialist here with the prevention team at Southside Behavioral Health, and I work under Kenan. And Southside Behavioral Health is our fiscal.
Welcome, Kathy. We're just going around and introducing ourselves, so you hopped on right on time.
Hello, my name is Kathy Ramsey, and I'm from the Chatham area, and I work with SAAA, Southern Area Agency on Aging, and I've been coming on because I enjoy the discussion, and thank you for inviting me.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Christine, are you able to come off of mute?
Hey, we confirm that she might be bold.
All right, well, if you're able to later, you can do so. So again, welcome. So first of all, we're going to approve the minutes. So everyone in the room should have a copy of the minutes, and then Jenna will put them up on the screen. These are the minutes from our last meeting on July the 17th.
Can everybody see the minutes on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Perfect, thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so moving on, the first thing that we're going to do today, and I'm very excited about it, our Tri-County's mentor role model coordinator is going to be speaking about the mentor role model program. Her name is Kenan McCargo, and we're really glad you could be here today.
So thank you all for having me today. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'll try to speak up as loudly as I can. So I am the new coordinator for the Mentor Role Model Program at Tri-County Community Action Agency. It's been around for a while. I know when COVID came around, of course, like many other things, the program kind of dismantled. So I'm just back trying to rebuild that program. And so I just have a little quote right here. Every child needs at least one adult who is irrationally crazy about them. And that is what we're trying to do with this program. So the what is the presentation is about how the power of presence. So what it means to be present in a child's life. It's not just about showing up, but it's about being fully engaged with that child. So youth, they're going to remember consistency. They're going to remember who was there in times of need when they needed someone to talk to. They're going to remember who they were able to talk to and build that connection with and have trust with when they were going through things. So even small, regular interactions, that matters. So just like with this program, we're not asking for, 10, 12 hours a week, with a child, just as simple as 1 hour a week. That is going to matter. That is going to help that child in give them someone that they can have that's going to listen to them without having judgment. Being able to show up in the small moments when that's going to matter to them and it's going to have an impression on them when they get older. Okay, you're welcome. So we want to give the child communicate to them that they matter, that we believe in them, that they're worth our time. So that's basically what this program is and why youth need mentors now. So right now, increased isolation and mental health challenges that the adolescents are going through. It's a critical time for adolescents. They're going through identity, finding themselves, having to build resilience, decision making, all of that they're going through at this time, and they need someone that can help them with that. So they're facing challenges in school, academic. Everyone knows once you get through, especially to middle school and high school, have some academic uncertainties that you don't know what to do. And you can have a mentor that's going to help you with that, help you find someone to assist you with your math, find out what you want to do when you get older, your career. They're going to assist with that. So just guidance and encouragement, a safe space to talk, because we know that right now social media is having a heavy influence over our youth, and it can be sometimes in a positive way, but a lot of times it's in a negative way. So we want to have that mentor, that adult that they can turn to just assist them, to show them some positivity so they can have a good role model. Research shows that when youth have mentors, they are more likely to stay in school, avoid risky behaviors, have a higher self-esteem and self-confidence. And like I have here, youth with mentors, they're 55% more likely to enroll in college, 78% more likely to volunteer. And so can anybody tell me what this is a picture of right here? A bottle of perfume. Okay, so I put the perfume up here because this is a small story about just a small moment in my life of having a mentor. So when I was younger in elementary school, I can remember very vividly a couple coming in for their son, and they would come and they would volunteer in the classroom. They would, just bring little snacks and things for us to do in the class, and they were very involved. But what I remembered was every time they walked into the room, I could smell them. Like you could smell them before they got in there. So I was like, oh, this is how parents, they're being active in their child's life. They are just helping other children in the classroom as well. So I was like, that's what I want to do when I get older, is that I'm going to go into the class and with my child, and I want them to remember my smell too. So just imagine if they would have been a mentor for me for, let's say, an hour out of the week. Then imagine the seeds, more seeds that they would have planted for me than just the small coming into the classroom. So that's what mentoring is. It's like leaving a lasting impression, like that perfume left a lasting impression on me.
They did plans to.
Yeah, right.
Where you are.
Right. So the mentoring ripple effect. So it's going to impact the mentees, which is the child's confidence and the choices that they make in the future. It's going to influence the peers in the friendships that they have while they're in school. It's also going to strengthen family relationships, because the mentor is coming in for the child, but once you have that effect over the child, somehow the family life is going to start to get better as well. And so it's going to affect the whole family as a whole. It's going to benefit the community because we're not just, for that specific child, we're going to be doing community work. So we're working on, getting them out to learn how to volunteer so that they can take that with them in the future as well. And then one life change can inspire many. So I recently went to some open houses for the middle school and elementary school, and I had people come up to me and say, I had a mentor when I was younger. And so I would like to, do that as well because it helped change my life. So it's going to inspire them in the future to become mentors themselves. So the benefits of mentorship for the youth, of course, is going to give them that higher self-esteem, improved academics. It's going to reduce the risky behaviors. And of course, we want to build the greater resilience. For the mentors, it's going to give you a sense of purpose, fulfillment, that you're doing something positive in the community. It's going to help with leadership skills, and it's going to give you that community connection, so that you have more ties within the community. Some common myths about mentoring. I don't have enough time. That's one thing I hear all the time. And so, like I said before, we're not asking for 20 hours a week. Just 1 hour is going to matter to a child, just for them to have someone to sit down with them when they need it the most. And maybe even a phone call. You may not have to be there physically if they know that they can call you and talk about what, they have going on. That's going to matter. I have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. So we're not looking for anyone with the perfect job or the perfect life. Just be consistent and caring. Mentors have all the answers. You're going to be a guide, not a fixer, because no one has all the answers. And we don't expect for you to be a, a lawyer, a counselor, a therapist. Just we can get them those things if they need it, but we're not expecting for you to do it because you're just here to guide, be consistent, caring, and listen. So about the Mentor Role Model Program, like I said, I'm with Tri-County Community Action Agency, and we want to connect youth with caring mentors who guide and inspire. We're serving local youth who are seeking support academically, socially, and emotionally. And what we're offering is one-on-one mentoring. We're going to be doing group activities as well as service projects. And like I said, connecting them to resources that they may need. So how can you get involved? Become a mentor yourself. Like I said, that's going to be about 4 hours of the month. And I guarantee you, once you get into get matched with your mentee, you're probably going to do more than 4 hours out the month. So it's no cap on how much time you can do. But refer a child. If you know a child who you think would benefit from the program, get in contact with me and refer them. Support the program because it is a one-woman show. So I just would be so grateful for any volunteers because I do events and I do them by myself. So I recently had 2 college students and they helped me over the summertime. So if you're like, well, I don't think I can, consistently work with a child, but I would want to come volunteer maybe for an event with you. Reach out to me, see what I have on the calendar, and you can assist that way. Donations. This is not a government funded program. So this program is being funded by individuals in the community, churches, businesses. So if you can't give your time, maybe you can give a monetary donation. As well as what I would like to start is to have, because I have mentors and they'll be like, well, what do I do? So we want to have activities, we want to have board games, we want to have arts and crafts supplies on hand that I can give to the mentors so that they will have, a plethora of things to do when they meet with that child. So those are ways that you can get involved. Like I said, it's not just becoming a mentor. There are other ways that you can assist the program as well. How do you become a mentor? So the first step is going to be deciding that you want to make the commitment to be a mentor. And you're going to complete the application so that we can get that in for a background check because we are working with children. So we need to make sure that, everything checks out a-okay on that end. So once I have the application,
Yvonne or Yvonne McCulloch.
I'm sorry.
oh, you're fine. I would like to sit down and talk to you and just go over what you're looking for, what you're expecting to get out of the program. So that may mean what age range you would want to work with. And, whether you want to work with, you rather have a boy or a girl, or, if you want to do 1 or 2 kids, we would talk about that just to see how that will fit with the program. And then after that, it's a training. So right now I'm working on getting together a mentor training, and it's just going to be about a 2-hour training where you would come in and I would kind of do a presentation like this. We would have some activities that we would do, just maybe like some role plays about if a situation occurs, what you should do as a mentor and what you shouldn't do, kind of like the do's and don'ts. After that, we want to pair you with the mentee. So we're going to pair you based on your interests. So when you do the application, it's going to have some of your interests, like what you expect to get out of this. And then we're going to have the child and their family, they fill out an application as well. So we look at those interests and try to match to the best of our abilities to see if you all will be a good fit. And then last but not least, you're going to commit to at least 1 hour a week with the mentee for at least 1 year. So youth referrals are kind of the same process. Contacting me, the coordinator, to fill out an application for the child. Attending a training is going to be the child along with their parent or their family to complete a training similar to the mentor training, but not as intense as the mentor training. And then after that, we're gonna match the child with a mentor. So the first meeting, I would like to be there. Whether you set it up in the office or whether you set it up at the home of the child, I would just like to come so that I can, just introduce myself, introduce both the mentor and the mentee and the family, and just go over some ground rules and make sure that everyone is on the same page. And then how to be an effective mentor. So once you've done all that, you're going to just have to commit to showing up, listen actively, encourage. You're not here to dictate what the child is doing because we're the mentor, not the parent, not the guardian, not the therapist. Celebrate the small wins. So, if you have a child that is having trouble getting to school on time, and they've got the school on time 2 days in a row, that's going to be something that you're going to want to celebrate because that's going to build the momentum to keep them going with that attendance. And so just lastly, be authentic. Just be yourself. You don't have to try to impress or do anything big for the child. Just like we said, those small moments matter. And that is what we are looking for in mentors. So it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. So that is what we were trying to do. So for any questions, resources, or support, if you want to be a mentor, if you know someone that will make a good fit for the program, if you have some arts and crafts supplies laying around at home that you want to get rid of, get in contact with me. This is my information at the bottom. If you don't get the information today and you're like, hey, I don't remember how to get into contact with her, I don't even remember her name, well, call Tri-County and you can remember mentor role model and ask, and they will get you in the right direction. So thank you all so much.
Can you go back real quick?
Yes.
So I can finish writing it down.
Oh.
We're slow.
So, approximately how many children are being served currently in the program?
So right now, when I came, because I've been here for about 3 months now, and I have picked up that they had 3 currently being served. So we have 3 served, and then I have a plethora on the waiting list. So I have about 15.
Thank you.
On the wait. You're welcome. On the waiting list right now. And I do have some mentors lined up. But we're just going through the whole background checks and all of that right now. So yeah. And it's an ongoing thing. So it's not something as well like, oh, well, I don't know if I could do it today or tomorrow or this week. It's ongoing. So you can always come to Tri-County, call Tri-County, and ask about the program and how you can assist with it.
One more question. So the background check, does the agency pay for that or does the prospective then?
The agency. So it's not anything coming out of their pocket, out of your pocket. So yeah, we would get that paid for.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I do, but I got more than one. I got
Okay.
several. One, Tri-Counties. What? I should already know this, but I do not. What counties?
Well, Tri-County covers Halifax County, Mecklenburg, Charlotte County, but my program is specifically right now is covering Halifax.
I need Mecklenburg in there.
Once I get it built up in Halifax, I plan to.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's not try. It's singular right now.
Only
Only because it's just you.
Yeah.
We actually serve 5 different counties depending on what book we're in. I didn't name it.
Yeah, we do, but with this program, I got you. Donations. How would, like my church, if I talked to my pastor and he was interested in doing that with that, how would that be done?
They can send a check to Tri-County to the mentor role model program. And then they would send back the whole, the tax documentation, tax.
And I gotta write that.
Okay.
Tri-County Mentor.
Role model program.
I'm not a shorthand person. I don't have a been. Model go with the. Okay, and do we have an address for that?
What is
Or do you need me to call you later?
Okay, yeah. It'll just be the main Tri-County address.
See, I have a Tri-County, but thing that I do, but it's Wendy is her name that works there, and I think it's a totally different Tri-County situation of what you're talking about.
The address is, I just had it, where'd it go?
It disappeared on you?
Yep.
Sorry, she's looking that up. I think you answered the question why we're doing it. You currently do need these, hey, Sugar. You currently do need the board games, the arts and crafts, everything.
Yeah, I'm
You currently need anything.
yeah, collecting.
Okay,
The address is, or let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
1176
1176
Huell, Huell,
Huell.
Matthews Highway.
Huell.
Yep.
No road, no drive, no.
Matthews Highway. Huell Matthews.
I'll do that today.
That's in South.
No way.
And the zip is 24512.
24592.
Yes.
So, you said that you were also accepting donations of arts and craft supplies. Do they need to be new or is gently used? Okay.
I would accept gently used, just not,
Yeah.
they all the way used and you want.
I'm just trying.
I mean, they probably gonna tear them up, but I would like for them to be.
No, I mean, I'm saying if they were new puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking my children, they go through hobbies, so we have tons of we color penciled for a month and they've been that kind of thing.
Yeah, so like anything like journals, because we want to get them to maybe journaling, to put their feelings down. So just any type of activities that you can think of.
Other question, what age range are we talking here from what to what?
Okay, so
I know what kind of like arts and crafts, stuff like that, what ranges?
We want to start from, I know they want us to start with Head Start kids, so around 4 to 18.
So they age out at 18 or when they graduate, whichever is later?
I would say 18. And then we can look at possibly making them a mentor.
True.
Yeah. So
And last question, maybe not, but it's what I have on my paper. Y'all deal with teen pregnancy people. I have a friend of mine, well, actually it's my cousin. Him and his girlfriend are currently, she's pregnant. They're in high school. They're very proactive. They're very into everything. I know this is not your county, but I'm just asking. This is why it came to my mind. Would y'all deal with something like that if they needed more guidance or whatever? Because just a situation like this, it's trying to take up too much time.
oh no, you're fine.
She's the oldest of like 6 children. Her mother works. Her stepfather, we're not going there. But anyways, she's expected to be almost like the mother. Have the food cooked, do everything. She's not the mother. She should not have that much responsibility. And she's pregnant. So you see what I'm saying? She needs, and she wants to be out of that situation.
Right. She sounds like a good fit for our infant and maternal health program, which Miss Danielle is on the line, and she can, assist you with that.
Does she do Mecklenburg County?
Yes. Yes, we do. Charlotte, Halifax, Mecklenburg, and then our coalition reaches all of Southside Virginia. So we can refer them to another program if needed.
Okay.
You'll want to call 434-575-7916, extension 240.
You slow down just remember, we're gonna go that fast, 79, what
16
extension?
240.
Okay, and I'm reading that Lucas.
And we bring resources to them and at their home and try to assist and provide support as they need it.
What exactly is your program called again, so I can explain that to her?
Infant and maternal health services.
And
She'll forward them. She'll forward them.
thank you. Because her mom's like, if you're gonna go over there and stay the night and do and all this stuff, and you're not gonna be home doing what I tell you to do, having her husband's food but cooked is what's expected is the main thing. And you get out, but then when she gets out and she goes, because she can stay at her there with her child, baby's daddy. It's no problem. The family is good with being there. They have the money, the resources, everything. She's well taken care of. They go to school like they're supposed to. They make good grades. They just did the parenting class. The school allowed them to get out of school to go do that 8-hour parenting class. They're proactive. I mean, like these children are not like the baby today. It's not like, oh yeah, you had a baby. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I forgot my train of thought there, but I'm just very much there for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel for her because it's not her place.
Right.
So anyways,
But yeah,
I'm glad to know about this. Thank you, Danielle, for that, because I want to give her the information, and then from there, maybe she can do, go from there, and that'll help her some.
We do find it is a common, it's a common situation, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to be emancipated or something, even though she has a hard time going against, because she feels like it's gonna hurt her mom. And she doesn't want to leave her siblings because she feels like she's leaving them. And what will they have to deal with and go through if she leaves them?
Is this person, was she in Halifax County, or what county is she in?
She's in Mecklenburg.
Okay. We have someone, and she moves from county to county. So I was just wondering if it's somebody we're following, but it is often, and then attendance ends up being an issue because they're having to stay home and care for the siblings, and they can't go to school, and it's just this spiral that they find themselves in, and just like this picture on the slide right here, they just need somebody to help lift them up.
Well, I try to be there for them. They called me and it made me cry. But anyways, when they were in the parenting class, the young man, he's my cousin. And they had the little circles and it said your ride or die, your acquaintances and your community. And he said his ride or die was of course his baby's mother, his parents, and me. I never expected that. But he's got siblings and I love him too. But he's been like my baby since he was born. I've like drawn to him. So then I found out they were pregnant. I was like, I knew it was gonna happen anyway because of the circumstance. You can't expect to let your child sleep in the same bed with the, and not happen. But anyways, it did, and it's here and it's present, and now you have to move on and we have to deal with it. I'm just grateful they're being the way they are and they're proactive, and I just want to do whatever I can to help them. And it's a very hard situation in both sides. It's chaos in both sides of the family.
Yeah.
And it's not got anything to do with, in his side, with them. Was that's a mother and father thing, and the other has got to do with the border and So it's just a whole lot for them to deal with as teenagers.
Right.
And I try to explain to them, I said, you know, I know it's hard to grasp hold to, but you have to think about, because they took the parenting class. I said, you remember when they were talking about breaking the generational curses? I said, you have to look back on, well, try to look back on the fact of, okay, because she said she talked to her granddaddy. Well, my granddaddy doesn't agree with it, blah, blah. Said, well, at your granddaddy's time and age, the kids did, they had all these kids and the older kids were required to take care of the younger kids. So that's how he thinks. And I try to explain to her things in that manner. I said, I don't know anything about your mother. I said, what happened there? Do you know anything? Well, my mom's dad and mother split up. I said, I don't know this to be a fact, but your mother may have a thing with abandonment issues. I said, and she may feel like even though you're her child, even though she may not be aware of it, she may feel like you're abandoning her. And you're her firstborn. You know, I try to explain to her so she can get it, you know, in those kind of realms.
Right.
So
Unfortunately, parentification and domestic instability are huge risk factors for a lot young pregnancy, substance use disorder, etc. And it sounds like harm reduction would be a mentor could potentially assist in that case to hopefully reduce some of the harm. I think Danielle has something to say.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I don't. And so you're gonna take.
One of the thoughts is, depending on if she's on Medicaid, the different Medicaid plans offer different benefits and case management for young mothers. So afterwards, you can give me a call. I can go over the chart with you if you want. I'm at that same number, but extension 232. And maybe I can provide you some more resources, or at least the names of some of our coalition partners that could help.
Right, she's in counseling, but the counselor is like all pro mom and doesn't hear her. So, you know, I don't think that's real fair to her either, but feels defeated.
Right. Does anyone else have any questions or comments for Kadisha?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. All right, next up is leadership updates.
So we did not have a leadership meeting this month. Instead, we all attended National Night Out. So I don't have any leadership updates. Dennis, do you?
The only part would be that we met with Senator Mulkey on the vaping issue. And in the discussion, and I mean, Jenna, you got this same information. So do you want to just go ahead and say it?
No, go ahead.
You're in charge.
No, go ahead. Your leadership team,
I
go
think
ahead.
he's trying to pass that one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Giving her credit because she's been doing most of the work.
I appreciate it.
That I agree with that.
But we came up with two real thoughts for her. She's going to look at increasing fines, punishment for the vaping industry. In other words,
Through the senator.
Through the senator. In other words, this is laws. There's the enforcement piece, which she says is very hard to do. So we're trying to see about that. But that was what she's been working on. But the other two things we came up with is one is tax it more. If we heavier tax it, we make the prices, make it a little, make it to where it is not as easily accessed. So by taxing it more, hopefully that will help to pay for the programs to anti-vaping. The other part is we want to remark the packaging, right? So just like you do on alcohol, just like you do with cigarettes, the vapes, all of that needs to be
Not as appealing.
The packaging needs to also have all the warning signs on it. So for those that are listening, at least we can try. And maybe the biggest part of that is helping to educate the parents. Because the kids may do it anyway, but parents, at least if they know it's going to harm their child, may put in a little more for it. But those were the two major things. What else did we talk about, Jenna? Were you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything.
But I really wanted to make sure Jenna got the credit, because she's the one that's been leading the charge and doing all the work, and I feel bad because, you know, she's so quiet.
Dennis is the one that got us set up with the meeting, so it's not all me. It's not all me.
But you're the one doing the work.
Well, I appreciate it. All right, thank you, Dennis. Yeah, we did have a meeting with Senator Tammy Mulcahy, and we also actually had a meeting with Jimmy Clay. Thank you. Jimmy Clay, who is the ABC special agent for Mecklenburg and Halifax. We're working on trying to find the one for Brunswick. So he had already talked to the senator a lot about the same things, about trying to find someone to actually enforce if we do increase fines. And then also talking about packaging taxes and signage with him as well. And just kind of how the system works for him, because he's ABC, so he doesn't technically do tobacco checks. There aren't really anybody to do tobacco licensing. The only people that really check are him, because he has a special grant that does 3 checks a year for tobacco to make sure that they're not selling to those underage. And then also what we do here at the CSB, which is counter tools, which we've talked about a lot, but that is when we go around and we have to visit all the tobacco retailers and do an environmental scan. But that's not us, that we are not law enforcement. We don't get to tell them what to do. They can even tell us what to leave. So that's those are all the things we do for tobacco. So we're kind of trying to increase that, especially with our focus with vaping. Other things about vaping is that I just wanted to say that we're not only targeting nicotine vapes, we're going to do THC as well. That way we're hitting 2 substances as once, especially because you guys probably know we are attempting to apply for the DFC grant this upcoming year. And we do have to do 2 substances, which would that would check off both of those boxes. While we're talking about DFC, which is the Drug-Free Communities Grant, if anybody's interested in looking at it. But we are required to have a member in each of the 12 sectors. I'm going to pull them up real quick so we can kind of have a conversation.
Are you pulling that up? What did you say the name of the ABC? The title was of the ABC person.
His name
You're
is
actually trying to find in Brunswick County that these just stuff.
It's our ABC. I think they call him a special agent. I think that's
Like he's like a spy.
kind of. He's with the police force, but
name or how it's located.
no, but we've contacted Joey Lepresti, but if you have a way to find
I
them
know
too.
Joe too, so,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like the CIA. People call me to find people and do. That's why I asked. I was gonna try to figure out the movie.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Oh, I don't want that one up. Sorry. I have way too many tabs. Oh my God, go away.
I'll find it. I'll call you. What's your extension?
My extension? I can tell you when
Like-
because I have no idea what it is.
Call Kenan's extension. I'll email you. That's easier. I'll email you. It's so close.
Move out of the way so I can see. Yeah, either way, I mean, I can give it to you. I just can't think about it. I just don't know what it is right now.
While Jenna is pulling that up, everyone who didn't get a chance to introduce themselves at the beginning of the meeting, if you wouldn't mind doing that, we'll start with Dennis.
Dennis Damian's your veteran rep.
And also on the leadership for the coalition. And Elizabeth?
Yes, this is Elizabeth Kopp with Girl Scouts Virginia Skyline. Actually, I'm curious what Jenna's talking about. Has there been any discussion in your circles with regards to the laws for these vaping shops opening? I know a community coalition and another part of our Girl Scout Council was having discussions about that earlier to do research, because it's really the root cause of how youth are accessing these vaping. You know, if their parents are purchasing it, etc. It's, you know, it's not always the youth directly. So it's a bigger issue with where they're getting it from versus the packaging. We can put whatever we want on the packaging, but if they're able to purchase it, yeah.
Right.
Taxes increasing costs will also
Right. And then also increasing fines too. That is kind of our target for the upcoming years to tackle availability with vaping, especially with retailers. We are still doing some data collection on that, but that was what the conversation with Tammy Mulcahy was about. She did bring up some issues that she had had with legislation before. So we're just trying to take a smaller, different angle to maybe take smaller steps or smaller steps at a time. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's a great. Thank you for that comment. Appreciate it.
Also, if they had a way of catching the adults that buy the things for the youth, that's a huge thing.
Right.
Excuse me, a huge thing. It's almost like the adults allowing the children to have parties at their house. They take the keys, but that's not the point.
Right.
I think that goes back to the fact that there's no officers to enforce with tobacco.
Right.
Vapes. So like if you have
Because of the grant, that's all the money they have to do that.
Yeah, so you just have like ABC agents, like with stores that they can send, like they can watch like under like adults go.
They don't have enough.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah,
So
cause they have to do this, and this, cause this person robbed this and they gotta go do that.
right.
The packaging
Every,
may help.
every agency is under-resourced.
Like everything else.
A teenager may not care about the packaging, but an adult may look at it and think, maybe I shouldn't be doing this for my kids.
Right. Right.
Put the skull in the with excellent like yeah,
Australia.
or the poison thing on it.
That would
And,
immediately
make
make me want to do.
In Australia, cigarette packaging has like
Teenage
pictures
boys,
of
yep.
diseased lungs from the
Oh, wow.
flies.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I think of the concept of years ago, used to see signs around communities, drug-free school zones. And if you map in certain communities where these stores to buy the, substances now that we're talking about are for sale, it'd be like, for example, very close to a school or a boys and girls club, for example. And this is across the state. This is not in any certain jurisdiction. I travel to a huge number of counties in a year's time for the Girl Scouts, so I have a good eye on a statewide level.
Yeah, that's the other thing we can think about is retailer density as well. We can always bring that back up too. So that's
Yeah.
Thank you
Again, again, the packaging doesn't matter if the access is there. I feel like the access is the bigger issue.
Right. All right. Well, moving back to the 12 sectors, I just wanted to go through it with you guys. So obviously, as you can see on this screen, we do need a youth, but we've got the Halifax Youth Coalition, so we'll just have one of the members sign in there. We need a parent. Elena, I was going to put you down for that. Is that cool? Okay. How old are your children?
17 and 16 at the end of the month.
Okay. All right, for businesses, we do have Terry's in South Boston. That's Mike Smith. For media, I don't have anyone right now. Does anybody think of anyone in media that we could ask to join the coalition?
Let me talk to one of our intake specialists, Ashley Hodge, used to work at the paper in South Boston, so I'll talk to her.
Cool.
Lisa Clary May in Southfield, she's very much into stuff like this.
Could you reach out to her?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I need to know exactly to ask her and what you need to be doing.
Just to join the coalition.
You might.
Yeah, that's it.
She was at the National Night Out. No, it wasn't in here.
In South Hill?
The one that brought this bag. She was at
Sarah, yes.
Yeah. She was the one taking the pictures and doing it all around National Night Out. And she has a resource page on Facebook.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, the only thing she would need to do is come to a coalition meeting and sign the membership form when we get those. All right, thank you guys. School representative, we've got quite a few. I was going to put Skylar since she's on our leadership team. Any thoughts? Yeah, and then we do have the SROs, but I was going to put them in the law enforcement. So, all right, I'm gonna keep Skylar there then. For youth serving organization, does Tri-County, because of the youth mentorship, I mean, that would be a youth serving, is it?
Tri-County serves children ages 0 through 18, basically, through infant maternal health is 0 through 3. Head Start is 3 to 5, and then the Youth Mentor is really like 4 to 18.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. The other thing I was thinking about is the Lean In project with Liam Hudson.
Yes, that would.
Okay. I wonder if we could separate you guys.
What is that?
Perfect.
The lead-in project, it's for LGBT.
Okay, okay.
Any LGBT.
Okay, thank you.
All right. For religious or fraternal organization, Janet, I have you down as that since your connection with the church.
Okay.
Okay. Then for law enforcement, I do have Jamie King right now because he's our SRO that we've been working with in Mecklenburg, or I could also put Jimmy Clay. Civic or volunteer groups, Dennis, is Vets on a Roll volunteer?
The VFW's American Legion, that's on a roll, it all is.
All's volunteer. Okay. I'm gonna put you there then.
For which one?
For civic or volunteer groups.
Each roll down.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
There we go.
That's fine.
Since there's not a specific thing for veterans only, so I'll just put you there.
I have a question on that.
Yeah.
Do we have a member of the coalition that's a part of the Lake Country?
Area aging?
Yes.
No, but I have one of my best friends almost runs the place.
Oh, no, I've talked to them.
Lisa Watson, but I could ask her if she.
Oh, no, I'm good with it. I'm just wondering if somebody from there is on the coalition. I have contacts with them. In fact, I'm working with them right now because you have this for older adults. What we're working on is Jameson, the Lake Country Agency for Aging, has every Tuesday.
Okay.
They have seniors in there. What I'm looking to do is see if we can expand that to where we can have some of our isolated seniors look for transportation. Jameson's running it, but get our other churches in the community to host it a separate Tuesday. In other words, it would still be a Jameson, but they would provide refreshments, games, all of that. But we start having our senior citizens then, particularly those that are isolated, are having, mobility problems where they can meet because we have a number of, as they become isolated, lose spouses, they have mental health issues, depression.
Right.
So if we can provide a place where we can start bringing them to as a larger group to where that now they have that, because they're used to social interaction. Bring them in there. Jameson already has it, but I'm looking with them because right now it's kind of a small deal, seeing if we can't look to have that expand and then get other churches to help support it as we enlarge it. So again, this goes back to this mental health first aid for older adults. So again, it's a part of y'all, but that's what I'm asking. Do we have a coalition member that is from Lake County? Does anybody know?
Not that I know.
Not that I know
What I
of.
was
No.
gonna say is my friend maybe would join the coalition.
And
Yeah.
that's fine. Talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Because again, the coalition, it's about bringing all of us that are trying to make the community better together.
Yeah, that'd be great. If
And that would
either
be
one of
another-
you wants.
That would be another good civic or volunteer group is what I was looking at also.
True.
I got a quick question for you. With what you're speaking of if let's just pretend my church would be willing to allow, like, when we do the classes where I'm getting, the trainings to come to my church.
Right.
Say that what you're wanting, our pastor is willing to allow that same thing with the seniors in our back room at our church, just like training is once a week or once a month or whatever. Would the agency be the one to provide the transportation to and from?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out now.
We don't have like a bus or anything like that.
The agency does have a bus, but it's limited. The reason for bringing in other churches is other churches, numbers of them have buses,
Yeah, we.
transportation. But if they have their own vans or buses,
Got it.
that's why if they can become a part of this, it creates a synergy of them being able to bring more people, to bring more resources to the table. That's how this coalition is working as well as it is, because we all bring our own little pieces.
I got you.
But working
So
together,
somebody
we support
pulls a
better.
bus or a van.
Yeah, it would just be figuring out ways we can get transportation, because once we break that code, now that transportation can also be used for getting them to doctor's appointments or whatever, because transportation is a huge issue for us. We've got to figure out ways to make this better on that.
Yeah, I was on the phone there yesterday about limited transportation for, they have it, but it's limited for.
Correct.
Because there's so many people in need of it right now, they can only do so much.
And that's where churches, even if they don't, churches normally have a good group that if we look for people that would be willing to transport some of the individuals, the churches may be able to then find volunteers to assist.
True.
Because that's the best way, is to have other volunteers do things. So then it's community helping community. And that's what the coalition is all about. I mean, Elaine and all of her work for the homeless and all, it's doing things for the right reasons. And we've got to get our churches involved.
Okay.
Sorry.
So if I was to get, go around and get people to agree to be that person to go around and say, oh, okay, we can do this once a week, or we can do this however many times a week, or however many times they could. Or if they had like 5 people in the church and one person says, I can do this once a week, and the next person says this, however it will work. Who would I get them to contact in order to do that? Would I get them to call like my friend at Lake Country Area Agent and say, hey, I would be willing to do this, or would they contact Coalition?
It will, if the Lake Country Area Agent accepts it, it will be them. That's what we're doing. We're just in the beginning stages of figuring out how to organize, how to do.
If it's even going to be able to be allowed.
Correct. And if not, then we go to another church and figure out another organization another way. But they're already doing it, so it is up to them whether they want to expand or. Because again, there's insurance issues, there's liability issues, so all of that has to be worked. But the only reason why I asked this is because it was specifically on this. All I was trying to do was just see if.
I got you. So it's not in the stage where it's.
Nope.
Will you let me know when it's in that stage?
I will let
And then I'll
everybody
work on the
know.
other part.
I'll let everybody in the coalition know.
Gotcha.
and then
You
we'll
let
just-
me know. Then I'll work on getting the other part.
Okay.
Cool. Alrighty. But if you guys want to reach out to them specifically and ask if they want to join the coalition, you're more than welcome to do that as well. We're always looking to expand, and we'll probably be doing a membership drive upcoming in the next couple months. The last couple ones, healthcare professionals, I did have Laura Castle. And then state, local, or tribal government agency, that should be us. So that'll be Southside Behavioral Health, and I'll just go ahead and put Kenan. And then the other, that is still up in the air right now.
What's Stevens?
Hmm?
What's Stevens' group? Because he's in substance abuse.
Yes, he is the recovery community person. So he covers all of Alcohol Anonymous and Narcan Anonymous in our area. But that is technically what is that? That is technically government funded. I think that was what I was talking to him about. But actually, that might be another organization. I have to get back with one of the professionals with the DFC. Yeah. They just can't be. I think we might switch Lean In and have Lean In be the youth serving and have Tri-County be the other organization, just because you guys cover so much. But that's definitely so. I think Poison Control, Stephen, Tri-County. and ABC were all in question for the other, which I just have to see with the pros what they want to do. But I just wanted to see if anybody had any thoughts about what we have, but we've got everybody, looks like. So great job. Thank you guys. That's very helpful.
One other thing for you, Jenna.
Yes.
One of the people I met at CACA that I run into before before I was retired runs an AI program for writing grants, specifically VFCs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you need, I will be happy to give you her name and stuff, because she's emailed me a couple of times. It would take me a while to find it.
Okay.
But it's an AI program that they use through CACA to help put these grants together.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're working with Dorothy, and then also Dorothy has a grant writer that I think we're going to be reaching out to, but I'd be happy to take more information too. I mean, whatever we can do to get help for this DFC. So you're welcome to send it over. That'd be great.
Okay.
I'm not keep doing it. I don't know if y'all are aware or if this would be even helpful, but I'm all about resources. Of any kind, and there is a resource fair that will be going on September the 25th. It's called United in the Community Resource Fair. It'll be in South Hill at First Christian School from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And the address, if anybody's interested, is 410 North Mecklenburg Avenue, South Hill, Virginia.
Thank you. Go ahead.
23, say it again.
No, go ahead.
23970.
Do you have a block for that?
I do not. Actually, I'll find Lisa's page, and she's on Facebook, and I'll give you her name, Lisa Clary, the one I was talking about, that I would reach out to to see if she wanted to be a member. She has a resource page. She used to work, I don't know if she still does or not, I'm pretty sure she does, that's why she was taking pictures. Actually one of Southfield Enterprise anymore, but she works for something like that. And promotes all that stuff and resources and everything. So if you go on her page, you will find, and follow her, you will find that she puts out all kinds of resources for stuff, and somebody gave me that because, like I said, I'm always about knowledge is power to me. And people call me, even people who like say here, or people who are counselors that I would think, not that I'm upset with them, but I would think should have that information to rehab facilities and all that stuff that they don't have. Their clients need that. They call me for that kind of stuff. So I have notebooks full of stuff and brochures and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm all about grabbing resources for stuff.
Yeah.
Of any kind for anything.
Can you send me
See,
okay, perfect. Thank you.
you got the plot.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I'll get that in our newsletter, and then I'll talk to Kenan about that as well. Alrighty. Let's see. For TARP updates, our next meeting for TARP is August 26th, I believe. They're going to be looking at some vaping campaigns and thinking about what we should do for our tabling in the upcoming events that we're going to. The other thing is that, let me pull up our agenda real quick.
Actually, it's August the 27th, and it's in Danville. And it is 9 to 4 at 150 Slayton Avenue, up there at the Institution for Advanced Learning.
That's the RACEP conference?
It's TARP. It is.
Yes.
Sorry, I apologize. I thought that had to do with TARP as well.
They help. Yeah. So that's my next thing. Thank you for the, I was just about to talk about it. We are co-hosting the RACEP conference with Danville, Pennsylvania. So that is going to be on August 27th, like Janet said, from 9 to 4. If you guys are interested in coming, please let me know. You can register with the flyer or email me and I can send you that information.
I apologize.
No, you're fine. That was great.
What did you say about TARP on the 26th though?
That's the TARP meeting, leadership meeting.
Okay, I'm not part of
Our older adult mental health first aid, like Dennis was talking about, has been rescheduled. It is not going to be on August 27th anymore. It will be October 2nd. I did scribble over your flyers. But if you want, if you want a more professional one, Sarah has already made one. I can get that to you. But it was changed to October 2nd. Same time, same place, if anyone's interested. We do have an assist coming up September 3rd and 4th. That will be here, I believe. And we have a lock and talk and revive at the Southern Virginia Community College, September 22nd and 25th. All of you have all of those flyers with you, other than the race app one. Just contact me if you are thinking about going to that. All right. The other thing is that I just wanted to share this. Since we were talking about vaping. So this was a project that New York University students did because they were doing a contest for Stupid Hackathon, but they made up a vape that has a little character in it, and it dies if you don't use the vape enough. Now it's not real. It's just a prototype. So nobody stress too much. But that is stuff that we are facing in our communities. That's something that is very real, that it could happen. And obviously, like we already know, there are already games on vapes. There's like Pac-Man and stuff like that. You can also text. You can use multiple different games. You can download games on vapes. So I just wanted to give that because I thought that was crazy when I read it.
But they start.
As soon as it's out there. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that and go, yes.
Right, because there's such a connection between digital, what's it called? Oh my gosh, my train of thought. Being addicted digitally to your screen, and then to combine that with something that's already addictive, like nicotine. I mean, that's a moneymaker right there. So
And if it's gonna be with nicotine, the next thing they'll do it with is THC.
exactly, especially since that's actually. You are just so great today. You are segueing into everything. My other thing is that I read this. I printed it out for you guys, but this is copied and pasted just because there are so many ads and I can't stand that. But this was an article I read by ABC 8 News. It was posted back in May, but they talked to Michelle Peace, which is the VCU forensic scientist that does all the testing on the vapes with the schools and stuff. She did say in one of her most recent ones that obviously we know that cannabis is rising THC in vape usage in all youth, but also she did have two that were from elementary school, and one of them did have THC in it. So, and that's in just Virginia. So that's pretty close to home. Obviously, I don't know exactly which school districts, but I just wanted to bring that up too, since I feel like you guys would find that pretty important.
Oh, it's here in Mecklenburg.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Right.
It's oh yeah, long time.
Yes.
No, I personally spoke to an elementary principal in Virginia like this late spring right after school ended, and he said it was like a fourth or fifth grader vaping found in a bathroom. Yeah. I always tell people what we used to think middle schoolers did. It always continues to go down 2 years every issue, no matter what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have any other comments?
So there is the Opioid Awareness Day of Hope in Halifax. It's at the Halifax Fairgrounds in South Boston. It's August the 31st from 12 to 4. Are we planning to go to that?
What did you say it was again? I'm sorry.
The Day of Hope Opioid Awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Southside Behavior Health will be there doing some Narcan training. So yes, we will be there. And yes, I can share the last article with you, Kathy. If you'll just send your email, because that's actually just a Google Doc, I'll send you the actual like the actual link. Anybody else have any other comments or events coming up? Does anybody want to go to the Race App conference? Raise of hands. Me.
Actually, I am set up. That
You are going?
I already registered to go.
Perfect.
I'm planning to go. Now I don't know if I'm gonna have a memorial service for my family member.
Okay.
Because it could be this week, and then again, I don't know what the situation, how they're doing it, but I am planning to go.
Thank you, Janet.
Hello, let me make sure. I'm planning to go. That's Wednesday, right? In Danville?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, it's
On the
August
27th. 27th. Yes, I put on my calendar to go. I think I've registered. At least I tried to
Perfect.
through the email that you had sent with the information.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. We
So
appreciate it.
Dana says she'll be a parent if you need me to.
Oh, cool. Perfect. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, true, because I could move you around to other ones. Yes, I do have her. She's going to be the person if we do Tri-County as the big other agency. But yeah, I know. You guys are so helpful. There's so many of you. We really appreciate it. Let's see. I was just going to look at this real quick. Shelly, was that the flyer for what Janet was talking about earlier? Or is this a different one? No, this is the same one. Thank you for sending that.
Yeah, same one.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Cool. Yes, I think we do. But I'm not sure if it made it into our newsletter. Did anybody see it in the newsletter? I can't remember. But we can put it in there. That's not an issue. Alrighty. Anybody else have any final comments? No, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. And we'll see you guys at the next coalition meeting.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It stops recording and you have to